What's going on, everybody? Been missing for about 2 weeks now. Kind of didn't have anything to work on, and it's more or less just enjoying myself, spending time with the wife and hanging out with friends, doing some hood rat shit in the car, but not really recording anything. So Evergreen, we had a blast. It's a good old time. I broke my steering rack, so I have another steering rack here. I actually picked this up from my buddy, Instagram Super OK S13. Super cool dude. Name's Jimmy. Hooked me up with this one that he ran in his left-hand drive 240 until he actually did the whole swap to right-hand drive. But what happened was the shaft in here has a whole bunch of splines in it, or you could call them teeth, and I broke one of those teeth. So I must have dropped off at one of the really steep drop-offs there at Evergreen. Destroyed my rack. I mean, I have probably this much of play before it even starts to do any kind of input in the wheels. So I want to replace that. We're not doing that today. Another thing that I noticed was wrong with my car was I didn't have turn signals. Once again, Jimmy gave me one of these. It's got the hookup, man. Bunch of parts that he had laying around, let me buy off of them. Yeah, I can't thank you enough, Jimmy. Super OK S13 on Instagram. Check him out, guys. But today we're gonna install this. So I gotta pull off the clamshell. I think it's only 2 screws and 2 plugs. Slap this thing in, start the car up, see if those turn signals work. All right, I'm in the cabin of the 240. I have 4 or 5 screws to pull off of the clamshell for the steering column here. Just a couple here. I'm gonna sit you guys down, put you on a time lapse, and just show you what it looks like to pull this thing apart. You'll probably see me struggle a little bit, even though it's a super simple task. It's always something that just goes a little wrong. So yeah, let me put you on a time lapse real quick. All right, like I said, it was kind of a pain in the ass. You saw me jiggling a little bit, but this is what it looks like. I have 2 plugs here, the brown one and the pinkish one. I need to pull off these 2 screws here, if you can see them. I'm gonna pop those off, and it should, in theory, just come right apart. If you look at this one, it doesn't look like anything else is really holding it. So keep your fingers crossed. I don't think there's gonna be much else. Maybe right here there might be some inserts for this little clock spring adapter to hold on to it a little bit. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. So it was actually as easy as just pulling it right out. It just slips right in. Easy peasy. When I unscrewed this one plug was kicking me in the ass, and I tugged on it just a little bit more, and this just popped right out so I could actually get to it. There's a little push clip here that helps you get it out, and it was up underneath of the ignition cylinder, lock cylinder here, so it was such a pain in the ass until I slipped that puppy off. So if you ever do this, just make sure you pull it off first, and it'll be a little bit easier for you. All right, so I'm kind of a numbskull. Thankfully, Jimmy didn't really charge me too much for that, but it did not solve my issue. I checked all the fuses. I did not check the relay because I don't really have a relay tester, and I mean, you could shake it and maybe you hear something jiggling around in there, but who knows? So I guess the next plan of action is to check a relay or just start replacing relays. I mean, there's a chance that there's some boshed up wiring. I mean, I had this car completely torn apart, so it wouldn't surprise me that something somewhere is either jacked up or, you know, who knows. But there is a hump day meet, because it is Wednesday, down in like southern York York, almost central York, I guess you could say. So we're gonna go out there, probably show you guys a couple of cool cars if there is any anyways, and just cruise around a little bit, see what the night gives us. I'm gonna let this thing idle for a minute. I might pull this seat out of the car just because it's flopping around. I got a buddy that wants to buy it, but I'm not sure yet. You know, I'm just gonna leave it in there. Why not? But yeah, I don't want to stretch this out any longer, so I will see you guys at the hump day meet.
I don't want to stand it like that.
I mean, if he's got a hydraulic,
Where's the angle of this stuff?
That was good. That was awesome.
Yeah! So I can finally end this part of the video. I went through a lot of stupid little hoops to figure out why my turn signals weren't working, and I found out that it is literally just because I didn't have the hazard switch in. So I put the hazard switch in, and now my turn signals work. I don't have my front bulbs in because the harness for the passenger side is all torn to pieces and ripped up, so I have to replace that. But I do have turn signals now, at least in the rear, so I don't have to put my hands out and actually try to signal people. Yeah, bought a switch for no reason, replaced that switch for no reason, and all it was just the hazards. Yeah, so that's fixed. Still haven't done anything to my steering rack at all. Today was an event, but I have other plans, so unfortunately we're not going to be there today. I'm thinking probably either next month, sometime next month I will either be going to the Poconos or Evergreen, but either way I want to drift. Did not get much seat time this year other than doing some stupid stuff on the street, but yeah, I want some actual like track time, a full day of getting the hang of this thing before I go ahead and paint it and make it nice and pretty, which will possibly happen over the winter this year, so stay tuned in for that. But I think I'm going to end it here, guys. Somewhere in this video there's going to be a little bit of drifting here and there. Went to a party, played bass for a band for a couple hours and had a blast, so there probably won't be any of that in there, just because, yeah, I'm not going to show you guys how terrible I am at playing my instrument of choice, but there is some sliding in this video, so I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found this video a little bit useful as far as getting your turn signals to work, because I went through a bunch of troubleshooting. I even spent money on a switch that I didn't have to spend money on. All it was a stupid hiccup of not putting or plugging in my hazard switch. But like I said, guys, this is the end of the video, so thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.